YouTube family. This is Take 5 with Nanette, where we look at a nugget of information that has the potential to help all of us change our perspective and learn to think for a change. I entitled today's Take 5 with Nanette, Filled Up. And just like normal, my experience with Take 5, or the things that I entitled Take 5, come from my own life experiences and things that are going on in my own life. And one of the things that's kind of been a theme for me is I've been recognizing, and specifically in the end of October, November, December, I've been really paying attention to when I'm struggling, when I'm down, when I'm frustrated with things. And there is a correlation. There's a correlation in what I'm filled up with. And as believers, we were given the opportunity and the privilege to be filled up with the Holy Spirit, to be filled with the Holy Spirit, to give the Holy Spirit free reign in our life, in our whole life, and laying things down and that kind of stuff. And so, so one of the things that I have had to examine in my own self is, what am I filled up with right now? What have I been giving priority to? And very often there has been a correlation in not spending time with the Lord, not being filled up with the Word, letting other things fill me up versus truth and the presence of the Holy Spirit. Now, when I say that, someone can stay at your house and you can basically ignore them. You can go about your life like they're not even there. And they would leave, and you wouldn't even know they left, or you don't know what's going on with them, and you don't. And basically, that would be a house guest that you're not practicing, or you're not acknowledging their presence in your home. Way back at the beginning of Take 5 with Nanette, I talked about a book that really impacted me that was called My Heart Cries Home. And I was thinking about that this morning, with the fact that someone could stay with you and you literally could not have the benefit of their presence in your home at all. And that's not what we want. We want the Holy Spirit's abiding and making his light, our heart, his home. We want to be very aware of his presence, and we want to acknowledge it on a regular basis throughout the day in every circumstance. And so I want to ask you today, how are you going to practice being filled, allowing the Holy Spirit to literally permeate every part of your life? Because guess what? In the Old Testament, God came and God visited Abraham. He visited specific people and he gave them direction for his people. Then he sent his son, and his son came, became flesh, and we celebrate that at this time of year, even though it wasn't really born at Christmas time, but we celebrate it. Came as God in flesh, incarnate in flesh, Now we have God incarnate in us through Holy Spirit. And how are you allowing that to operate in your life today? How are you aware of that infilling and that presence in your life? Anyway, practice that today. Thanks for listening. Talk to you next time.